Namaste everyone, welcome all. Tonight, thank you for joining us on PMC Africa platform. We are in the 20th day of our workshop, the Miracles of Gratitude workshop. And as usual, we'll first start with meditation, breath awareness meditation, and then we'll go to the next chapter of Magic book. So please sit in a comfortable position for the meditation. You can sit either cross-legged or just lock your feet if you are sitting on a chair or a sofa. Lock your fingers. Keep your palms facing upwards on your lap. And remove spectacles if you are wearing any. And very gently close your eyes. Lock your feet. Let's take 3 deep breaths. And with each breath, we'll relax ourselves. We will command our body to relax. Please pay special attention to your eyes, your face, shoulders, knees, and lower back. Your body is completely relaxed from your head to toe. Gently bring your awareness to your breathing. You can keep your attention on your nostrils or a chest movement or on your navel. Just be with your breath. Whenever any thought arises, just observe them. Do not get involved with your thoughts. Do not build upon them. Do not comment on them. Just gently bring back the attention to your breathing. Observe the movement of air near your nostrils. Touch of the cool air going inside nostrils and warm air coming outside through them. The chest moving up or expanding when you are inhaling, and your chest is contracting when you are exhaling. Observe the movement of air when you are breathing. Just be with your breath. Last 3 minutes of meditation. Please continue to be with your breathing. Slowly become aware of your body. Gently move fingers and toes. Unlock your fingers and keep your palm on your eyes. Gently open your eyes within your palm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. With a smile on your face and gratitude in your heart, come back to this physical world. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tonight's wonderful meditation. Thank you, everyone. Now let's welcome Riyaji. She has, for past 20 days, we are introducing her. And now you all must be very much aware of her. So let's welcome Riyaji. She has practiced what she is preaching to us for past 4 years. She has transformed her life, professional and personal as well. So let's hear from her. We'll go to our next chapter, chapter number 12. Welcome, Riyaji. Welcome.
Thank you, Monica ji. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody, all friends, masters. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to be on this platform. And I would like to thank PMC as well for having me. So it's been a great journey so far. I hope everybody's enjoying it and are applying all these teachings in their personal lives as well. It has brought a lot of abundance in my life. There are obviously, we're all dealing with certain situations and they will keep coming back. Or there's new challenges in your life, but what I learned from these sessions is how to overcome them, how to get through them. So that's something that is, I think, more magical than completely removing those out of your life. So it's definitely a roller coaster at times, but it is possible. And I truly believe that once we are or have worked on ourselves, it brings a lot of abundance in every area that you want to achieve, and you will achieve your dreams and your goals at some point of time. So that makes a huge difference. So I would like to say today's chapter is also very, very powerful. Every chapter so far that we have touched, it's a practice that daily will make a difference in different areas. So today we are learning about how other people, have brought some change in our lives, and we have learned things from them. Like yesterday also was a really powerful chapter, how to make our morning magical and how to eventually have a blessed day. So when you know how to bring magic into your own lives, you can also help other people at the same time, because you have learned something that you can teach others. But when you have not fulfilled or done any of these practices, you're not able to share that light with others as well. So you can, once you have really understood and you have physically practiced the assignments and gain that knowledge for yourself, then only you can actually offer your helping hand to another person and bring magics in their lives as well. So that's something that everybody should aim and practice, that once you work on yourself, and we have gained all that aura, increase that aura around you in positive light, that will actually attract those people around you, and you will be able to share your knowledge with them as well. So that otherwise, if you're sharing your knowledge with somebody who you're not sure what they're going through, what phases they're going through, and you are giving half information to them, you might not know what is the feeling when you're telling them. So it can bounce back to you. It can actually backfire at times. So best is that you focus on yourself, you fill yourself. This is your practice. You fill yourself with that gratitude, and then you will attract people who will come and ask you. I was always told at the beginning when I initially started these sessions, that you should tell this person, that person, but I never believed into that, and now people come forward and ask me. So that is the really that aim that everybody should have, that when you have really gained that light for yourself, then people get attracted towards you, and they ask you, what did you do that you are this way. So it makes a difference for sure. That is the difference that we should all aim for. So just keep working on yourself, and keep filling yourself with positivity, and spread the light around you as well. So again, there were a few questions yesterday as well, that people do still feel that they keep going into the negative, and they feel something around them happens that brings them in the negative light again. But again, just imagine and remember that that's just a sign that you're still lacking gratitude. Okay, so that is the only key, that gratitude will take you out of that. So anything, if you notice somebody's talking something negative around you and it is impacting you, because it's normal, it's very normal that you start feeling negative. It's very easy to move into that fall down, right? Anything, if you're holding a key, you can drop it down, it's easily falling. But when you want to pick it up, you have to make an effort. You have to bend down, you have to reach for it, and then you reach and pick it up. So it's a little bit of effort that you put in, but dropping, it just takes a second to do that. So this is how we also feel. Easy to go down with your feelings in the negative, but coming up takes some time and some effort. So we have to ensure that we are consciously making that effort to stay positive at all times. We need to ensure that, imagine if it's a seesaw, a seesaw is moving left or right, up and down. And most of the day, if you have 24 hours in the day, 12 hours or more, basically I would say 13 hours, you need to stay above the line, stay mostly in the gratitude and in the positive zone. And only gratitude will make you feel that way. So anytime that you feel, something is not working out, or you feel fearful, that you're thinking about a day or something that you needed to do for yourself, any result that you may be waiting for, but you keep on getting in the fearful side, that, I didn't get the result yet, and you keep waiting, but you feel negative. You need to consciously change your mind into the negative and into the gratitude side. And you just keep even if you just use the word thank you, and keep saying thank you while you're looking around in the room where you're sitting, it will make a difference. You will start feeling lighter, you will start feeling happier, and you will come out of that negative zone. So that's also our job. Just imagine when I say that 12 hours or more, 13 hours, which includes also the sleeping time, that we need to stay in the positive. So that magic rock practice is that practice that is the seed that is brought into for the nighttime. That when you are holding that rock in your hand and you go to sleep with that one thought, that what was the best thing in the day, and fall asleep. So that kind of leaves your night, in your sleeping, your thoughts in that positive zone, and it will keep you that way, that at least 5-6 hours that you have slept it will keep you that way. And then the morning when you start writing your blessings or do the magic morning practice for yourself. So you're consciously making that effort to stay in the positive. And if you count, I actually started making like a calendar for myself from the time that I wake up and the time I go to bed. So it's like covering the 24 hours, and I start writing every hour what things I do for my gratitude practices. And I noticed that I consciously or unconsciously, literally, I didn't plan it, but somewhat I did do 13 hours of gratitude practices. And then more, obviously, I started adding a little bit more to it. And then that was the effort that I had put in. When you write it down for yourself, you notice that what all you're doing already, or where are you lacking? Maybe you can add something that to make yourself that way. So writing down definitely is a great practice. And I would recommend anybody to make sure that we do that. So yeah, let's move on to the next chapter today. And Jignaji will be assisting us with reading. So thank you for being here, Jignaji. I can't hear you. You're on mute. Jignaji, you're on mute.
Sorry.
No
At
worries.
times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. Albert Schweitzer, 1875 to 1965.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Sorry. So at this point, at times we are in certain situations maybe, and we are looking for people who can maybe assist us or in any situation can support us. We're looking for external help. So at that point of time, it's our thought that, we are in a negative situation, but we are looking for some sort of assistance. So we have now this practice will show us where are we lacking that we feel that way. So because all that is already within us and around us that we have kind of neglected. So we will read in the further chapter that how we can increase our gratitude towards the people who have been around us already.
Every one of us has received help, support, or guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through their encouragement, guidance, or just being there at the right time. And then life goes on, and we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Sometimes you don't even realize the impact a person had until when into the future. When you look back on your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better.
Yeah. So here we can all start thinking for ourselves in our own lives that at some point or given time, we have had people around us who have supported us. It could have been our parents or any teachers or any friend, like if we can start looking into that, into our own personal lives and see which person that may be.
The person may have been a teacher or a coach, an uncle, aunt, sibling, grandparent, or any family member. They may have been a doctor, nurse, or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to your current partner or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even know, and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core.
Yeah, I can share a little story here for myself that I experienced, and I, at times I maybe have been taken for granted, but it was one of my coworkers when I first came to Canada, and I got my first job. There was a manager who was not my manager, but she was part of the company that I was working for, and there she was quite I don't know, with time we had a nice bond, and she was kind of attracted to me, or whatever it was, that she was always trying to help me out in certain ways. And I was a good worker, but some ways I needed some assistance in something. And she actually, after some time that we had that strong bond, she had to leave that company. She moved on to a different company, and we still stayed in touch, but without even talking every day, or being in touch over messaging. She was always thinking about me, how she can make me help me out in a better way, because I was new to Canada. So then she reached out to me and offered me a new job, which she thought I would fit in. And when I got that job, I was like, it changed my life. It was an amazing journey for me, that that person, without me asking for any assistance, she was so there for me. And when I did this practice, what we're reading today, chapter 12, that was the first person that came to my mind, that I have to really be grateful to her, because maybe what I am today is from the beginning, that she put that seed in for me. And I'm still in touch with her, and we're always like, we're not talking regularly because she's quite busy in her own life as well, but anytime I know I can rely on her if I need anything, and she's like that angel in my life. So that's kind of things that we can think about, or any people who have touched our hearts, or did something for us without even asking for it. So that's when that really matters.
My grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside by sharing her love of those things with me. All of them affected and changed the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love of books eventually led to me becoming a writer, and my love of the countryside has influenced where I have lived throughout my life. My grandmother also disciplined me with a steel hand to say thank you. At the time, I thought she was just teaching me to be polite. It was only later in my life I realized that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother ever gave me. She is not alive anymore, but I continue to be grateful to her for the huge influence she had on the course of my life. Thank you, Grandma. Today,
Right. So it could be anybody when we look into our lives, that who touched our hearts, or left something magical behind for us. It could be somebody also, they're no longer alive at this point of time. So the deeper you think about those people, eventually the assignment will tell us we need 3 people like that, that we pick, who have touched our lives in somewhat a way or the other. So it could be anybody who are no longer with us at this point of time.
Today, you are going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day today. Sit down and think of 3 extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your 3 people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling him or her the reasons why you are grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life.
Yeah. So here is the actual assignment written out, that this is a practice, they're not asking us to write it down, but it's something that we should feel. So you can imagine that you have a chair in front of you, take an empty room, have a chair in front of you. If possible, if you can collect a picture of that person, put it on the chair and imagine the person is sitting in front of you and you want to thank them today. Okay, so you don't have to actually reach out to that person if they're somewhere, alive, obviously. But you need to just imagine that person. That's another practice that we are going to go further into visualizing and things like that. So this is step 1 already, to imagine and visualize that the person is sitting in front of you and you are being grateful to them. So once you do that, you'll spend maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15, depending on each person, and you will increase your gratitude feeling, because when you're speaking those words out, you will start feeling more and more gratitude, because sometimes in writing, you can't capture everything. You can maybe put down some notes that, you want to talk about this, that, like a pointers, but really the feeling should come from within. That's what the practice is about.
Make sure you do this magical practice with all three people in the one session, because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up this magical practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude nor receive the magical results.
Yeah. So when you pick those three people, ensure that you have put enough time aside for yourself and you're not like rushing it. So try, even if you're taking 10 minutes for each person, so that's 30 minutes in total, that you have that time that you're not going to be interrupted. Don't use your phone, like put it on silent or put it away, and do this practice one after the other. So you have increased your gratitude level. You'll notice that when you do it with the first person, you have a certain level of gratitude. By the time you reach to the third, you'll feel probably also moved. You may feel a little bit emotional. So that is what it is, that emotions are coming from within, from our heart, which is our feeling. So that is what the practice is about.
Here's an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream, and I moved to France to work as an
Apprentice.
appreciations chef. I am living my dream and I couldn't be happier, all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah. It's very important that you say the reasons why you are grateful, and you can't say too much. Instead, the more you say and the more you feel, the more amazing the results. You will see the magic explode into your life from doing this practice. It numerous along the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform.
Yeah. So how they're like what I have practiced, that I didn't do this in writing and I followed this. I did make pointers that I want to talk about when I'm talking to this person in front of me. So those pointers help you, because then you have touched every area that you wanted to bring up to that person. But that feeling will keeps on getting deeper the more you start saying it. And especially when you get to the point that you're giving the reason why. Right. So if I'm talking about the manager that I worked with, that, you know, I'm so grateful to you that you were there for me, and without me asking for any support, you did what you did. You know, you're always looking out for me. You wanted me to do better. So, you know, there's so much more to it. When I started speaking, that one after the other, there was more and more reasons I was finding why I was being grateful to her. So that's really an amazing feeling. Once you do it, you will notice what I'm trying to say.
If you're not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person and address them as though you are writing a letter. When you have completed this practice, you will feel a huge difference in the way that you feel. The evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost, it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which will make you even happier. That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude.
Right. So they've also said here that if you're not able to talk out loud or don't find any quiet place to do so, you can also write a letter to that person. So you can again, but I personally tried it in writing, but I noticed that having speaking it out loud, you just find more reasons to find, you know, imagining that person. But for sure, if you're not able to do that, definitely the writing letter would be also an option for you to try it that way. And but do spend enough time that you have enough reason to list down, because sometimes you feel like, you know, you're getting tired, your hand gets tired the more you're writing. So that way, you know, you don't want to lose that feeling of gratitude, because you now started focusing on your pen or the speed or anything like that. So just watch out for that. But other than that, either way is working to do this assignment for sure. So let's read the whole practice now, number 12.
Magical practice number 12, magical people who made a difference. Number 1, count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you are grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Second, find a quiet place alone sometime during today and make a list of 3 people who made a difference in your life. Third, work through the list one person at a time, and while talking out loud, tell each person the reason why you are grateful for them and exactly how they affected the course of your life. Fourth, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magical rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Great. Thank you so much, Jignaji. Thank you for your lovely reading. And a quick, so again, we're just a quick summary for the assignment. Again, we're continuing with our blessings in the morning and doing the magic rock at night. That will increase our being gratefulness throughout the day. So we should just keep continuing doing these assignments for sure. And then the new practice is to find the 3 people in your lives who made a difference in your life from the past until now. It could be long term, it could be really from really past, that when you were really young, because it could be your parents as well, that they taught you something that maybe you were not encouraged, but they encouraged you to do so, and that has brought you somewhere today. Sometimes it could be a musical instrument that you maybe didn't want to learn, but they really kind of forced you to do so. But today you are a great musician or a singer or whatsoever it could be, but because of their encouragement, that change has come into your life, and that difference is in your life today. So it can be any of those things, and we just pick 3 people and do this practice one after the other with each person, either in writing a letter, or doing it, imagining them in front of us. So either way, it's acceptable in this assignment. So whatever works for you guys. And and then so this practice will make you feel moved and touched as you have started to think and feel how people in the past have made a difference. Because we learned one assignment about the people who are like supporting us with their services, and we're doing magic dust. So now we're thinking, when we look back into all the assignments, and we are on day 12, that from day 1 to 12, we have now touched so many different areas, so many different people around us who we probably don't pay that much attention to, but now we are going to, because we want to be grateful. We are earning that gratitude for us, to fill ourselves with more and more gratitude light. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And if any questions to this assignment on anything and that has been passed so far, I will be more than happy to help out. Sure, Jignaji, go ahead.
Today I had a long day, and I couldn't write down my 10 blessings. Can I write it before sleep?
Yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. And you can write the blessings at any point. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yes, Shraddhaji.
Thank you, ma'am. One question related to this assignment, what we have done.
Sure.
Like the way you have in this chapter, it is mentioned that you should speak out loudly to the photo or to the person. So with respect to that, I want to share my experience and ask the question as well on that. I have a friend of mine. She is like she's alive, and she's there. She has been helping me when we were very close friends. Like we used to share each and everything. We used to help each other, guide. But then all of a sudden, what happened? I really do not know. I have tried to ask her multiple times, but one day she has just cut off all communications. But some way or the other, she keeps guiding me even now, but she's very afraid to come forward and talk to me, or maybe even one to one individually or within the forum as well. And that particular aspect is disturbing me a lot. So many times, the way you have said, I have been speaking loud. I have written down the things, but for a moment it helps me. But still, that thought that why she has stopped talking to me, and why, even
Yeah.
if we come face to face, if I approach, she will make sure that she will not talk to me and she will move ahead, even when we are with different friends or colleagues or anything of that sort.
Right.
So, like in such situation, what do you suggest?
Yeah, you reminded me of a situation that I went through this year myself. It's a little bit similar, if I can share that little bit with you. What happened was I have a very close friend, and she's been a friend of mine for a long time, more than 10 years. And we had a few ups and downs because some things obviously you don't agree with, or you have some, differences in certain ways. So we were able to get over those. But then there was a time that, I don't, that was my assumption, that because of me she got sick, okay, because obviously COVID times was there, and I thought because I was with her and she got COVID and I also got COVID, so we kind of stopped talking at that point of time. And I was hesitant. I was messaging her how she was feeling. She would reply only when I would message her. She wouldn't first make that attempt. So I let it be. So 1 week passed, 2 weeks, 3 months passed, and we were not really on talking terms. Okay. But in that time, I thought a lot about it, that, she's done a lot for me. She's always been my support to be around. And then I was writing gratitudes for her, like in the morning blessings, I would write thank you for her. And then the chapter that with the 3 relationships, I would have had a picture of her. I would write those qualities of her. So anywhere, any assignments that I was doing, I was focusing on her. So it was like a focused gratitude I paid for her. And after some time, all of a sudden, she did reach out to me. I didn't. She reached out to me, and she talked really normally. And at that point, I was like, wow, how this has happened. But because I focused so much gratitude in that relationship, I was able to connect back. And today she's like my really a strong support. And so many things that, they are supporting me in many ways. And I was like, there was a time that they had to disappear. Like I had mentioned this before, anything that it's been taken away from us, we start valuing them more. Okay. So
Yeah.
I feel like in your situation too, that when that person was there, as much as you were paying gratitude and you're being thankful to her, but maybe there's still some sort of a feeling, right? Maybe on your friend's side or your side, that it was not a mutual feeling. So you got a chance here that you can now pay a lot more gratitude in that
Because I have
relationship.
tried texting her, I tried sending WhatsApp message, I have written emails.
But you shouldn't. I recommend don't reach out to her. Don't do any of that.
Now,
All you
since
do,
last three years, I am not reaching out, but still, like she does visit my office or my friend's place. There we face each other, but even if I smile, she'll not smile. She will not talk to me. So I have
I
stopped
understand.
talking.
Yeah.
But
So at this point, this is a fear that you're going in and you're still wondering, and why is she not talking?
yes.
So that's a negative feeling for you. Okay. So what I recommend, you just focus gratitude for your friend. If you have your picture, do the relationship chapter with her, do all the assignments, possibly write a lot of gratitude for your friend and the relation, what things were there, even if she's one of the persons who made a difference in your life. Bring out
She has
that
made
person.
a big difference in my life, actually.
Yeah. So you practice this assignment. Yeah. So every time you see her, don't try to make it better or anything. Just do your part when you're not around her, right? And you have to just imagine yourself that you're filling up yourself with gratitude. You don't doubt that relationship anymore. You have to just make yourself that way. And when you do that, you won't even notice how she will become an even better friend than she was before. It will make a huge difference, because you keep on going into doubt. That is a negative thought. So you're moving 10 steps behind, if you think about it.
Because at times I get angry, at times I get frustrated.
I understand.
So all those, at times that gratitude, at times that love, affection, all the mixed feelings as a roller coaster, it keeps coming.
Yeah, I understand. So you have to work on yourself, not on her. So it's about you. This practice is about you. So you fill in yourself with that gratitude for your friend. Okay. So you don't go into these doubts. That's what you have to keep increasing. And even if you have that doubt, again, you'll just say thank you. You look at her picture, say thank you to her every time possible, and you will notice a change. It will come. It will happen.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. One experience I wanted to share, ma'am.
Sure.
You had in our relationship chapter, you had asked three relations to take into consideration.
Correct.
So I
Yes.
take this opportunity and would like to share that out of the three relations, one relation today was doing meditation in the morning, and I got a
Wow.
phone call from that person, and I was so
Awesome.
happy. Like I just couldn't express. Like throughout the day, I was so joyful, and since yesterday we learned about the magical morning. Since morning 5 o'clock, I was paying gratitude, gratitude, gratitude to each and everything. And
Yes.
after that, I was doing meditation, and all of a sudden, I got a call. But I continued with the
Yeah.
meditation, and post meditation, then I spoke to the person for which one of the relation I was employing. So thank you very much for
Amazing.
that, ma'am.
Very good. I'm so blessed. So happy to hear that. So that's amazing. That's your own hard work that you've put in, and all the work that you did, and carry on, and you will see more and more magics in your life in different
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
areas.
I am seeing in fact a lot of
Great.
changes in my life. Yeah,
Amazing.
thank you
That's
so much.
great. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming online and sharing. Awesome. I think there's a question in the chat. Pallavi ji is asking, Ria ma'am, please, if possible, try to take relationship chapter once again. It will be very, very helpful for us. Okay. Sure. Once we finish the book, maybe we can go over any of the chapters or any questions at that time. So we touch, because every chapter is teaching us something new. And it does come back that we can apply every chapter, that every exercise into every area of our lives. So it's not necessary that we are just restricting when you're talking about money, how it was about being thankful for the past and present and future. We can apply the same formula in relationships, in health, in any other areas. But definitely we can look into that. I will talk to the team because we have already 40 days committed. If there is any additional time that we can add on, we can definitely touch base and carry forward any other chapters that we want to touch again. So sure, thank you so much for your message. Yes, Maureen.
Yeah, next question is from Maureen. Maureen, please go ahead. Hello, Maureen. We
Hear
can't
me now.
hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so mine, like just a comment, or just like what someone just mentioned, what happened to them. I had a friend, actually still is a neighbor, a friend and a neighbor. I think I've always done everything good to that particular person, but on one instance, one of the occupants of the house just came to me, and they were so negative. I felt like such negative energy, and I think I've never had any grudges. I've never had anything, but yeah, it happened to me. Yeah, but I'm staying positive, and I'll just do what you mentioned. I think that's the best way, to just have gratitude for that particular friend.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, definitely. That you see, when we are in a negative situation, the best thing is to be aware that now you realize that this is a negative situation and that somebody is being negative, and you need to increase your gratitude power and save yourself. Basically, you need to shield yourself with that gratitude, so that negativity is not going to impact in your life. Okay, so that is the practice, that once you have done all the assignments, and you have now gained all that gratitude for yourself, that you filled up yourself with that so much gratitude, that any of that negativity will come. Yes, it will come, because you cannot control other people's behavior, other people's thoughts. You can't control that, but you can stop them from not reaching you. So that is the best way to go. Yes, you have correctly seen it for yourself, that the best way is to stay in that negative, and maybe just not, instead of reacting on it or anything like that, it's best to just keep saying thank you in your mind at that moment and stay in your positive zone. So yes, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks.
Thank you, Maureen.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Ria, ma'am. How are you?
Yes. Hi, I'm good. Thank you, Pallavi. How are you?
You're looking very good. Pretty today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice, ma'am. Actually, the Maureen question and one of the madam, she said it was related the same thing. If a person they are negative towards us, so by building the relationship and also if they tell us anything, also we are just expressing our gratitude. As I want to know that you have told that to write our blessings and to express our gratitude. So we have to write the blessings like, okay, I'm blessed. I'm really happy. I'm very grateful. So that we have to
Mhm.
mention the person name also and we have to give blessings to them also, or else
Yeah.
only we have to write the blessings to us only.
Yeah, well, you can do it in different ways. If you're writing and using them in your blessings, you can write, I'm grateful for whatever your friend's name is, and say, for being there for me, or, helping me out in a certain situation. You can do it like that. You can say, my friend, you can write the name if you want to, if that you're comfortable to say so. Or
Yeah.
what you can do is, and also in the three relationship chapter, focus on their qualities, what is good about them. Or in the blessings, you can keep mentioning what they did for you, right? How, maybe the relationship that you have had before, or any situation that you enjoyed a moment together, when you went out for a coffee, or any kitty party that you may have attended, anything like that, that you had some fun moments. So you can mention any of these things. Any good times that you can think of with that person is a blessing. Okay.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
any quality of theirs, that that they are so outgoing and they're easily making friends, that is the quality that has made a difference in your life, that you learned something from them, things like that is a quality of theirs that you can also mention there.
Suppose if we want to change their quality, if they are like bad people, if we want to
Yeah.
change them in good quality,
Yeah.
so I'm just asking the universe, I'm writing in the book that please, universe, please help them not to do this one, and please grant them that they have to follow this path. I'm writing them and I'm thanking them many
See,
times.
tomorrow we are going to be touching a chapter which is our dream, the dreams, how we are going to
Wow.
write our dreams. So if you have a certain person in your life, which is your friend or any relative or anybody, and you want them to be in a certain way, that could be your wish. Okay, because we are nobody to change somebody, right? So
Yeah,
we
thank you
have to
so much.
learn to accept people for who they are, but we can just be grateful for all the good things, and you'll see the more and more good you focus on about the person, about anybody, you will notice, you will start diverting your mind from the negative, and then the negative will disappear. The negative
Yeah,
quality will disappear on its own. The more you will start saying, I don't want this person to be like this, you're still using the negative words, right?
yeah.
I don't want is a negative word, but what I want is exactly what you need to say.
Yeah, today morning it affected me a lot, the magical morning. Even my elder one, before going her college, also she have written. I told her to write, and the
Yeah.
younger one, all the time
Yeah.
they are telling me, "Mommy, lots
That's
of
great.
gratitude, lots of
Great.
gratitude."
Great.
Conveying to Riya,
That's
ma'am.
awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Laliji.
much, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much.
thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Riyaji.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
everyone, for joining tonight. Thank you for a wonderful session tonight.
Thank you so much for everybody for being here. Thank you for everybody's sharings and questions.